So, good day everyone. Today we will be discussing a Maki PL distillation problem together with my group mates Hani Lee Gabutin, Jessa Marie Padernal, and Rizalin Ann Padernal. The problem is using Maki PL's procedure, design a distillation column to separate a binary mixture of benzene and toluene. The mixture consists of 35% benzene by mass and has a relative volatility of 2.6 and a mass flow rate of 12 kg per second. It is desired to separate feed into a product containing 95% benzene and has a liquid containing 92% toluene. The feed is liquid at its boiling point, and the vapor leaving the column, which is condensed but not cooled, provides a reflux end product. It is proposed to operate the unit with a reflux ratio of 3.5. The pressure is 100 kPa. So first, we need to calculate the molar flow rates of the distillate and the waste liquor, construct an equilibrium curve for the system at 1 atm, C, what is the minimum number of stages, and D, if a reflux ratio is 3.5 is employed, what is the actual number of stages. The given are feed is equals to 12 kilograms per second. The mole fraction of benzene in feed is 0.35, in the distillate 0.95, and in the waste product 0.08. The pressure is equals to 100 kilopascals. The relative volatility is equals to 2.6, and the reflux ratio is 3.5. We label the benzene as 1 and toluene as 2. The mass fraction of benzene is 0.935 and the mass fraction of toluene is 0.65. For the molar mass of the benzene is 78 grams per mole and the molar mass of the toluene is 92 grams per mole. So the required, first, we need to calculate the value of the distillate and the waste product. Second, the graph of the equilibrium curve. Next is the minimum number of stages. And the last is the actual number of stages if the reflux ratio is employed. So for mole fraction, we have the general equation x sub I is equals to y sub I over m sub I over summation of y sub I over m sub I. For the mole fraction of toluene, we have x sub 1 is equal to 0.35 over the mass of benzene over 0.35 over the mass of benzene plus 0.65 over the mass of toluene. So the x1 is equal to 0.3384, and for x sub 2, we just need to subtract by 1. So the answer for x sub 2 is 0.6116. For molecular weight of feed, we have the formula m sub f is equals to x sub 1, m sub 1 plus x sub 2 plus m sub 2. So the molecular weight of the feed is equal to 0.3884 times the mass of the benzene plus 0.6116 times the mass of the toluene is equals to 86.5624 grams per mole. For F in mole per seconds, that is F is equals to the given mass rate times 1000 grams per mole per seconds over the molecular weight. So the feed is equal to 138.63 moles per second. So this is the diagram. The feed that enters the distillation column is 138.63 moles per second. And what we need to find here is the amount of the molar flow rate of the distillate and the waste liquor. To calculate the unknowns, we will use the overall material balance. F is equals to T plus W. The component mole balance, X sub F times F is equals to X sub D times D. plus X sub W times W. So to calculate the molar flows of distillate and the waste liquor, we have 138.63 moles per second is equals to T plus W. So that is our equation 1. And for our equation 2, we have 0.35 times 138.83 moles per second is equals to 0.95 D plus 0.08 W. So the answer for the distillate, we have 43.10 moles per second. And for the waste, we have 95.53 moles per second.
So for letter B, we are required to construct the equilibrium curve for the system at 1 atm. So from this problem, we were given a relative volatility or alpha equal to 2.6. With this info, we also know that the relative volatility relation equation, which equates to y, which is y equal to alpha times x over 1 plus the quantity of alpha minus 1 times x. So substituting our given relative volatility, we now have y is equal to 2.6 times x over 1 plus the quantity 2.6 minus 1 times x. So for our simplifying the equation, we simply get the equation of 2.6 times x over 1 plus 1.6 times x. So in the table, we simply set our x from 0 to 1. And using the values of our x, we can then substitute this to our equation so that we can get our y. So example 0, if we substitute it to our equation, which would be 2.6 times 0 over 1 plus 1.6 times 0 would also yield an answer of 0. So that would be our value for y in the point x. And this will be employed in all our x values, and we simply now have our table. And from this table, we will use this to construct our equilibrium curve. So here we have our grid, which we have labeled from 0 to 1. So before plotting our x and y points, we first create a center line, which will be the basis or the bottom line of our curve. So given our table, our x and y points, plotting each of the points, we have 0 around here, followed by the second point, the third, the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, nine, and then so on until we reach our our x equal to 1. So after plotting all the points, all that we need to do is to connect all the points. So connecting all the points, we will then have our equilibrium curve. So this equilibrium curve will then be used to determine the number of stages, which will be discussed on our next slide.
So, to determine the number of stages, first, we must need to find for our point xd, which is 0.95, for the xf, which is 0.35, and for xw is 0.08. So, this can be determined by using a stair stepping along the operating line using the equilibrium curve. First, we need to create a horizontal line up to the point in the equilibrium curve. Then, we create a vertical line down to the slanting line or we called the bottom of the equilibrium curve. And then we need to create a vertical line up to the point of the equilibrium curve, and then so on and so forth. This process is repeated until it reaches the point of the XW. So we have stages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Therefore, the minimum number of stages is equal to 6.
In letter D, we are asked to find our actual number of stages if our reflux ratio is employed. So from point XD, we draw our rectifying operating line with equation y is equal to r over r plus 1 x plus xd over r plus 1. So for our slope, it is equal to r over r plus 1, and we substitute our given, which is the reflux ratio is equal to 3.5. So 3.5 over 3.5 plus 1. Therefore, our slope will be equal to 0.78. In y-intercept, it is equal to xd over r plus 1, and this is equal to 0.95 over 3.5 plus 1. Therefore, our y-intercept is 0.21. And to find our feed line from point XF, or our feed composition, the equation will be y is equal to q over q minus 1 x minus xf over q minus 1. Since feed is at boiling point, it is a saturated liquid, so our q is equal to 1. And the slope of our feed line is therefore infinity. And for our graph, we have our equilibrium curve, and our given is xf is equal to 0.35, xd is equal to 0.95, and xw is equal to 0.08. So for our 0.35 feed composition, we locate this on our x-axis, and then we draw a vertical line towards the center line, which will be our point xf. For our xd, we locate this on the x-axis for our 0.95, and then we draw a vertical line towards the center line, which will be our point xd. And lastly, for our 0.08, we draw a vertical line towards the center line, which will be our point xd. So since our feed is at boiling point, our q will be equal to 1. So therefore, we draw a vertical line towards the equilibrium line, and this vertical line is because of the slope has a infinity. And for our rectifying line, it begins at point xd with a slope of 0.78 to the intersection of y axis, that is equal to 0.21. And to draw for our stripping line, we start at the point where the rectifying line and the feed line intersects, then connect it to the point of xd or xw. So to recap, this is our rectifying section, and this will be our stripping section, and the vertical line is our feed line. So whereas the actual number of stages with reflux ratio of 3.5 employed, and to begin with, we start at the point XD on the rectifying line, draw a horizontal line to the equilibrium curve, and then a vertical line to the rectifying line. And we repeat this process to form a staircase until we reach or pass the point XW. So each point where the staircase intersects to the equilibrium curve denotes one stage in the column. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So therefore, our actual number of stages is equal to 9. That's all, and thank you for listening.